friends! Welcome to your shoulder mobility routine. This is safe enough to do every single day, and I highly encourage you to do this even if you're not a yoga practitioner. If you just really want to feel young for longevity purposes, shoulder mobility is really, really important in our lives. Also, if you're looking into working on back bends and you might be stuck in back bends, have you ever thought about your shoulders? Because for me, I'm a huge believer that it starts with the shoulders for you to get a good back bend that is pain-free and that feels good. Of course, every part of our body is interconnected. Same goes with our hips. But in this class, we are going to be doing actually a full body, but I will be focusing more on the shoulders. But again, this is a full body routine. You could do this every single day. It will make you feel younger and maybe a little bit lighter every day. You will be needing a foam roller. It doesn't have to be this foam roller, but I love this Rolga. That's the brand. I have been using this for about 4 or 5 years now. I'm actually an ambassador of this brand, but I bought this myself. After a year of owning it, I'm always tagging them. They reached out to me if I would love to be their ambassador. And of course, for something that I really, really enjoy using and that I know helps me all the time, I agreed to become their ambassador. So yeah, I'm gonna put the link below. So if you ever purchase this, you will get a discount. I cannot remember. I'm gonna flash it on the screen here. But it doesn't cost anything extra to you. But thank you so much if you use my link because it helps to strengthen my relationship with this company that I have been really, really loyal to for years and years now. All right, whenever you're ready, all you will need is, as always, yourself, a yoga mat, and any type of foam roller is fine, but if you don't have a foam roller, you could also skip that part. This is really great because of the special grooves in this roller. This allows you to really feel your spine to be in between these two grooves. And I really love this for scolio because as you really roll your spine behind or your back with this, you will feel where your spine kind of gets that curve. Enough talking, let's begin. Alright, let's start in a low position. Grab your foam roller first. I have here again my Rolga, and you could skip this part if you don't have a foam roller, okay? But again, honestly, if you are really into, progressing with your practice and you're passionate about movement, this is something that you need. I believe everybody needs to roll. This is, a sort of myofascial release, if you will. And as I like to use this pre-yoga and post-yoga, especially when I was just starting. And then eventually, I minimize the usage when I felt like, okay, maybe I don't need it anymore as much as I used to. And I just really got to know my body so much better with this. And you will really feel all the knots of, part of your body like released and you feel so good, right? All right, so I start with just this type of seating position and then I place my Rolga foam roller behind my upper bum. Right? From here, you're just going to start to really press. What I love about this Rolga foam roller is because of the grooves. This in-between grooves is really perfect for every type of backs because, our spine is at the center and then surrounding the spine, we have muscles and that's basically where you're pressing, not the spine, right? Because typical foam roller is just a straight roll and this one kind of protects the spine because of the grooves. And I like to just keep on rolling and then have your arms wide. Okay, so place your hands behind your neck and your elbows splaying out. Okay, now we're gonna start by really feeling our scapula with the foam roller. So roll it up where you feel that it's right below your cervical spine or your neck, and then you're just gonna start to roll forward and back, baby rolls. And again, open your elbows wide. And now you're feeling this in your trapezius muscles or your traps. And go slow if you like. Get a feel and dig deep to it. I'm not gonna do a lot with the foam roller. This is just a way for us to kind of warm up. The foam roller, this particular Rolga, is a part of my program, and we're gonna be doing so much in depth with this in my program. But for now, because I know not maybe everybody has a foam roller, but this is a good start so that I get to introduce to you this type of myofascial, if you will, or massaging your body. All right. I love that because it kind of feels that I'm waking up my shoulders. Like this is a signal that, hey, I'm going to be working on you right now, and you want to talk to your body or in your mind that, yeah, we're going to spread it. And now you feel it from the tops of your back of your shoulders down, and then you can just like stay, maybe lower your bum and press down. With the foam roller that is just like round, you don't really feel when you press down firmly because it's just flat, right? Or rounded with one cylindrical shape. This one doesn't. The grooves is almost like a ball. I love rolling with a ball, and honestly, I stopped rolling with balls when I got this because we've tried a lot of foam roller in the past, and it's not as effective as this, and it saves time, and it just feels perfect again for my scoliosis. So if you're here and you have scoliosis too, I highly, highly encourage you to do this. So you want to roll from the bottom or the top, and then roll back and forth slowly. And then I feel where this is how I also learned my curvature so much because, my abnormal curvature from scolio, because I don't get to feel the pressing evenly on the left and right side of my spine because of my curvature or my abnormal scolio curve. And now you could play with this, left and right of your hands playing out. And then just do some baby rolls. And this actually, if your bum is lifted from the mat, you learn to also engage your core, right? So there's so many things going on here if you really just observe every part of your body. As I'm like lifting, it's kind of like almost like a bridge workout. When you do a bridge pose, right? You're lifting your bum up and then you're doing this, right? And you feel your core a little bit engaged. And just feel. All right, that's a good back warm up before you do any type of back bends. I encourage you to really use this. And now we're gonna face the Rolga or the foam roller. I like to warm up my arms with this special groove on the left and right side that is more of like a U shape, if you will, if you're here, right? I like to place my arms this way. So palms facing together and place it here. It doesn't matter where in your arms, and you could just start to roll it forward and back. This is honestly going to fit any type of, any size of arms because it's not really going to like form over or inside. You just want the grooves to allow it to feel. So again, maybe you're in a cross-legged position and now you're forming that thunderbolt pose as you roll forward and back. And being mindful as you roll forward and back, you want to create that back bend like a puppy pose, right? So now forward and back. There's no right or wrong here, but I just want you to feel your body. Now from here, above the elbows, right? You want to, or like more of like in between the shoulders and the elbows, let's bend the elbows and stay here in your puppy pose. You could have your hands in a prayer position if that feels good, and more closer to the armpits. Dig deep there. Stay. Breathe. Feel the armpits and roll it back. Good job. I love that. I love this also for the glutes. All right. Now we're going to have our palms facing up, and same thing. We're going to roll. We want all the angles of our arms, right? So we're going to do this rolling motion forward, and back. So good. My biceps, triceps also, because of like my pull-ups. I've been doing assisted pull-ups. All right. Woo! That is sore. All right. Now we're going to do this side. So have your palms facing down and you're just going to roll again. Again, you can adjust to where it's comfortable for you. Maybe your knees together or maybe a little bit apart or maybe super wide. There's no right or wrong. I just want you to roll your shoulders and your arms. Rather, your arms. It's hard with my hair. All right. Ooh. All right. Okay. Now, it's time to do our shoulder mobility standing. Okay, you can stand anywhere on your mat and I want your hands wide apart, like a T-shaped position, palms facing forward. Good. And then you're going to hug yourself. Right palm on top of the left. Okay? And from here, try to just hug yourself. So maybe my sides. There's no right or wrong. If you can't hug fully, that's fine. Wherever you are, just try to get a grasp of your bones here, right? This kind of like shoulder bone, if you will. Good. From there, you're just going to start to lift up, both elbows up and down. Okay. Now we're going to have like a pulling sensation. As you lift up your elbows, I want your rib cage down, navel towards the spine. So it's like up, but then as you lift down or bring it down, you just relax your navel or your ribs. Inhale up and then lock your core. Exhale down. And it's great if you could touch the bones behind your shoulders. If not, that's fine. So it's kind of like inhaling, lifting up, kind of almost like rounding the back. It's just an opposite sensation. It's not like this and this, right? We're not doing this. We are doing the opposite. As you lift the elbows up, round the back, inhale, exhale, relax, bring it down. Just relax. There's no right or wrong in the relax. Again, inhale, round, exhale, bring it down. Last one, inhale, up the elbows, round the back, exhale, bring it down. Good. Now all the way, you want to shake it up and we're going to do the opposite side. Okay, so again, T-shape, palms facing forward and then all the way, left arm is now on top of the right. Good. And then I'm going to face my sides. You're going to again try to hug as much as you can. Really as close as you can or tight as you can. Again, inhale, lift up, round the back, tuck your rib cage in and your navel. Exhale, bring it down, relax. So your elbow should be above your breasts or your chest. Inhale, look up, exhale, bring it down. Whew. Inhale, look up. You're feeling, as you're looking up, you feel that your shoulder blades are spreading really wide. Exhale, bring it down. Right? You feel that. Last one. Inhale, look up and round. Navel in, ribcage in. Exhale, bring it down. Whew, intense. That was intense. If you did not feel that, maybe you're doing something wrong. That was really intense, at least for me. Okay, now we're going to do... let's just do this. Hands now to the T-shape, palms facing down, and right palm up first. Okay, left palm is down. Inhale, you're going to bring the right hand all the way up as you swing that left hand down. Exhale, you're going to bend both elbows, and then you're just going to try to right palm facing towards the back, and the left palm facing back. Okay, so it's like this. Right? It doesn't have to clasp, right? So wherever you are, just try your best, making sure that your goal is the elbow to face up and the bottom elbow to face down. If you put that in your head, you will get that kind of a cow face arms shape, right? From here, we're gonna bend. So inhale, lengthen the spine, straight torso. Exhale, you're just gonna try to bend to the left side. There's no right or wrong here. This is an intense stretch, right? So making sure your rib cage is tucking in, navel in, right? So now, just with each breath or exhalation, you kind of want to go deeper. Lengthen, exhale deeper. You should feel this in the sides of your right body, stretching together with the armpits and the side of the arms. Now, this is gonna really help you. You could even look to the mirror how you are, right? If you notice that your neck is forward, then you lack shoulder mobility there. You want to be as straight as possible, rib cage down, and side bend. Good. So you want this to be, you could do this next to the wall. I'll show you what I'm doing, or what I mean. So with this, we're burning these muscles on the arms. From here, you will just bend to the left side and try to press your head as far back to the wall as much as possible. So your head is basically pressing to the right arm or hand and then should be next to the wall. That's a great way to test how far you are with your shoulder mobility. Good. And then maybe a little bit to the right, just a little bit, pulsing motion, and then release. Whew. Exhale to release, you shake it up. Okay, we're doing that on the other side. Same thing, palms facing down first, but this time left palm up, right palm is down. We're gonna breathe in as we send the left arm up. Same with the right hand down. Exhale to bend both of your elbows and try to square your torso. Again, left elbow pointing up, right elbow is pointing all the way down as if you're almost touching, right? So again, the left palm is facing towards your hair or yourself. The right palm is facing back. See this, right? Good. From here, inhale, stretch and lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend to the right side. Again, there's a lot of ways to do this. So your rib cage is tucking in. Again, you can guide to the wall. Inhale again. Exhale to bend. Press your head behind the wall. Whew. Inhale. Lengthen sideways. Exhale, bend some more. Now, see my hips? You can lift or shift your hips to the opposite direction as you bend, pressing your bum onto the wall. That's a great technique, you guys. Okay, I'm showing you a lot of techniques here. All right, release back to center, inhale, and then exhale to shake your hands up. All right, how does that feel? Okay, let's start to just kind of mobilize the shoulders by pumping back and forth. And you could start to also sway your legs to the left and to the right, right? So there's no right or wrong here. You're just really trying to kind of peel the shoulders back. Right? Good. Whoo! And then all the way, you're going to bring your hands forward as you round the back. Tuck your chin to your clavicle. Completely round the back as if you're swimming. Have your hands or arms above the head. Tuck your chin to your clavicle. Stretch this way. Palms facing down. You can stack your palms together or on top of each other. And you could clasp them like this. Doesn't matter, whatever you feel comfortable in. Again, tuck your chin to your clavicle. Pull the shoulders all the way back your head. And then look down, round the back. Stay and breathe. Inhale. And then exhale to release. Ooh. All right. How are you doing? All right, have your hands this way, right? Palms facing forward or facing towards you. Interlace your fingers this way, thumbs up, and then push forward as you bring your hands palm facing down and forward. Good. Inhale, push forward, round the back. And exhale here. You're just staying there. Inhale. Exhale. And I want you to notice when you're rounding your back and you're inhaling, it's a lot harder to kind of inhale, right? Now I want you to bring your palms all the way up and then puff out your chest, inhale. And then exhale, hands, palms forward. Good. Inhaling with the puffing out the chest is a lot easier. Looking up, exhaling forward. Last one, inhale, all the way up. Exhale, forward. Release and shake again. Good job. All right. Next is eagle hands. Okay, have your hands forward, palms facing up, and you're going to stack the eye of your elbow on top of each other. We're going to start with the right. Right up, left down. All right. From here, you're going to bend your elbows. Both palms are facing towards your face. Now from here, you're gonna rotate your forearms so that it faces towards each other, your palms, right? From there, you could either just stay here, especially if you're very, very tight, this is where you can do it. But if you are really game, you want to really bring that right shoulder all the way up, right? Almost like crossing. See how I'm super crossed now? You feel this. That's why I had you all the way feel this earlier. You want to pull that right shoulder forward and up. Okay? And same thing with this. You pull it forward, but it's down, the left arm. From here, palms are facing towards each other. You are going to intertwine the forearms and then palms facing up or forward as you try to bind or touch the palms this way, right? This is our eagle arms. All right, from here, try to be comfortable here. I know this is tight. If not, wherever you are is fine, okay? What we're focusing here is the shoulders. You're gonna, again, lift it up, elbows. Breathe in, exhale, bring it down. So as you breathe in, you're locking your core so you're not puffing out the chest, right? You want to inhale, lift up. You should only feel your shoulder blades behind moving. And then exhale, bringing it down. All right, let's do this repeatedly. Inhale and exhale, relax. Inhale, exhale to relax. Last one, inhale and exhale to relax your shoulders and shake it up, let go of the bind. That was intense. All right, we're going to do that on the other side. When you're ready, left arm up. This time, right arm below. Eye of your elbows are going to be stacked on top of each other and really try to aim for that X shape with your arms. X, 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 move, 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 right? Now again, palms facing towards each other as you intertwine. And now as you cross that forearms, then palms again facing towards each other. Palms to touch, and then we're going to do the same thing. Inhaling, elbows up. Lock your core, bring it down. Exhale, relax. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Which is harder side for you? Inhale, exhale. This is so hard for my left elbows or shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale all the way down. Oh, and just have your hands hang heavy. Oh yeah, like a monkey. Cross it left and right to get that blood flow back, right? So because when you do the intertwine or eagle arms, it feels like every blood flow is kind of stopping, right? But it's not really. All right, now that we are shoulder warmed up, you can do that every single day. I'm not kidding. You want to start with the roller and then do that, and then whatever you want to do next, you're free to do. We did not do the wrist though, but this is about shoulders. All right, now we're gonna find our downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to start in a downward dog position and starting with lifting 1 foot or foot up at a time. Good. You can have a bent knee here to start. Good. And now pedaling the feet, meaning bending your one knee at a time now. I kind of like to do that too, kind of like you're marching, right? And the balls of your foot, the heels are lifted. Because it helps when your knees are straight. Of course, if you're not, just to where you can keep it all the way straight, right? So if you're here, just try it like this, right? So depending on you, every time I do something, it's always accessible here for a beginner, as long as you kind of adjust to where you are at the moment. Okay, again, bending one knee at a time. Did you hear that? Or no? Oh, my toes popped. I really want to kind of exaggerate because my mobility is so far now, and I really can do that with my toes. You want every part of your body to be mobile, not just your shoulders, right? But this is a great way. If you are doing back bend, start here. I promise you go do this all of the time before any type of back bends or before any of my back bend classes. Whew. All right. Now we're going to lift the left leg all the way up. But first, feet together. Breathe in, lift it up. Breathe out, bend the knee. There's no right or wrong here. You could stack your hip joints if that feels good to open up the hips or not. Wherever you are, you could play with the sensation of squaring the hips and stacking the hips, right? So when you stack the hips, your hips facing the left side, hip joints are stacked. And then when you square, you basically squared. Hip points are facing down or forward, wherever it is facing. But you get it, right? Squaring the hips and opening to the side. Good. Drop it down, and we're going to do that on the right side. Feet together, right leg lifts up, breathing in. Breathe out, bend the knee. And I like that movement, opening the hips to the right, stacking the hip joints, and then squaring the hips. This is a great way to also get your muscle memory. Remember this, like opening and stacking, or rather squaring. Keep on going. Okay, bring it down. Left leg lifts up, breathe in. This time you're going to send it in, knee to your chest, lift it super high, and left knee will now be out of your left side. Good. You're going to kick it down, left foot will now place to the outside of the left hand. Beautiful job. Now adjust yourself. We're going to find our lizard lunge. Shift forward and back. Good. And then you're going to drop the back knee down. Now, if you are very tight, you could open the left knee first out, and you're going to come to the pinky side edge of that left foot now as you drop the front back knee down. Good. From that back knee, wherever you are, pinky side edge or this one, this is, of course, allows more mobility and is a lot more advanced. For some people, they start here, right? So wherever you are, find the opening of your groin area is what we need. Good. From here, right hand still planted down, left hand sweeps all the way up, and then you're going to start to circle it forward and up, back, and down. Forward. So big circles, right? So we're focusing on that left shoulder. Breathe. Good. All right. Now, from here, you can drop that left hand, but we're not really going to use it. You're just going to drop the right forearms down. So kind of like this lizard lunge, right? But you're only the right forearms. You can come onto the left fingertips, and now you can open the left knee out as wide as you can. Sink the hips a little bit lower, and then you're going to do the same thing with the arms, but you're facing now more onto the roof or the sky, right? So draw big circles with your arms. There's no right or wrong with the direction of your palms. You're just really looking up, drawing big circles. You can untuck the back toes if that's more comfortable for you. And again, if you're very tight with the hips, right, you might be all the way up high. That is fine too. So wherever you are, just feel your body. And I know this is gonna burn your inner thighs. So depending on your flexibility. Good. Whew. Come back and up to your center, fingertips to support you. And then curl the back toes under, coming onto the squared hips. Beautiful. Now you're going to push back, finding your Ardha Hanumanasana or half splits with the front knee straight. Okay, so in this half splits, our foot is not in line with the hips, right? It's more outside. So it's kind of like a V, almost half V shape, and that's fine. And you're just staying here. You could flex that front foot if that feels good for you. And then maybe dropping the foot and lifting the toes. Again, drop the toes, lift the toes. But still knee is straight. So you're basically shifting forward and back just slightly as you lift the toes. Good. Now you're going to slide that left foot to the left side in line with your hips. Okay, in line with your hips and in line with the knee. So stack yourself, right? Good, like this. Good. And then from here, you're just going to drop your forearms forward and you're going to shift forward and back. Good. So we're going to open also the left hip joint. It's good to always mobilize every part of your joints before you start to flow or before you start any inversions or before you kind of start to do anything that's more of a workout, right? So this is like just a stretch. I know it's maybe a little intense stretch, I don't know. But this is an easier one. I think that could be accessible to maybe a lot of people. All right, forward and back. Good. All right, now coming all the way up. So guide yourself, fingertips close to you so you could lift your torso up. And then your right hand will now sweep to the right side. Everything is going to be in line. Foot, knee, and your hands. So whether you're on your fingertips or your hands, it should be in line. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's just your alignment. And then from here, you're going to have your left hand sweep all the way up. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. One more time, we're going to do circles on this side. So notice as you do this, you could also come to this side. So I'm going to face you here so you can see me like this, right? All the way, hands over the head now and maybe getting that diagonal line or over like a rainbow shape, forming that rainbow in your arms, right? So notice this rainbow. You feel that side super stretching. And then from there, big circles. Try to aim for that 360-degree full circle. All right, good. You ready? Now you're going to pivot yourself to in line with the mat, right? So wherever you are, if you were earlier here, just come to this kind of position. Good. And then you're going to plant your hands forward. Good. You shift forward. See if your shoulders can be stacked somewhere on your wrists. And then lift the left leg up. Good. From here, you're going to point that lifted toes. And you're just going to drop your chest and your chin down. Maybe you're over here. And that's fine. Kind of like a push-up. We're going to do a little bit of a workout. Maybe halfway. And then up. Again, bring the chest and chin down. And up. So allow that left leg to just be hovered and then just allow yourself or your leg to point up and down, right? So just do that naturally. Let's see how your body responds to that natural lifting up of the legs and down. But keeping it hovered. Good. Keep on going. This is a good way to strengthen your chaturanga arms as well. Good. All right, now drop the left foot down. There's no right or wrong there. You could arch the back. That's really a back bend thing. And then step the right leg back, finding your downward facing dog. Breathe. We're going to reset here. Good. Now we're going to do everything on the other side. Okay, when you're ready, feet together. Right leg lifts all the way up, breathing in. Exhale, knee to chest. Lift it all the way high and swing that right knee outside of the right torso. Beautiful. From there, you're going to shift your weight forward so you could drop that right foot outside of your right hand. Lizard lunge, same thing. Adjust yourself if you have to. And again, you could come to the pinky side edge of that right foot if it's very, very tight, right? Or not. And then we're going to shift forward and back. Good. All right. Now, from here, if you remember, you're going to drop the left forearms down, drop the back knees, and maybe untuck the back toes if you like. Curled toes doesn't really matter. And then right hand lifts all the way up. Again, if you're comfortable with the pinky side edge, to open your knees out so you can dip your hips, open the groin area, that is fine. Whatever you feel at the moment, go do that. So I want you to take a moment and feel your body, which is more accessible to you right now. Okay, now you're going to have your hands circle forward, up, back, and down. Breathe. Good. Now I'm opening the hips now. I want to target everything. earlier we just did this without the forearms, but we'll just, you guys know if you're already here all of the time. I hope you enjoy this. This is like a good one, really, for the shoulders. Woo! All right, changing it up a bit, maybe cactusing that right arm, opening the chest if that feels good. Stay, breathe. All right, when you're ready, you want to let go. Curl the back toes under. Prepare yourself. Coming to that squared hips. Good. And maybe lifting that back knee and drop. Just, changing it up a bit. Why not? Lifting it up, bringing it down. Good. One more time. Lift up, bring it down. Good. From here, okay, we're going to have that right knee straight. Good. All right, the Hanumanasana half splits. We're staying here for a little bit. Maybe lifting again the toes, grounding the heel. And then shift forward a little bit, drop the toes, but still straight knees. You're still in half splits. So just little shift forward and back. Baby shifts, if you will. Right? So this way you can also work on the ankle. So if you can see me here, see, straight knee. Good. All right. Your hands doesn't really matter. You're just working on that right hip. Woo! Okie dokie. You're going to slide that right foot down in line with your hips. But wait, make sure to do this half frog variation again on this side because I totally forgot it. I'm sorry about that. But make sure to do it. Shift forward and back. And the left hand. Woo! And then right hand all the way up. I'm going to face again this side. Like that. Okay? There. All right. Now from here, we're going to start to rotate again the arms. If you want to kind of reverse the rotation, you could also do that. I'm just going to reverse it from what we did earlier. Or is this the not reverse? Let me see. What did I do? Oh, yeah. Whatever you want to do to even that out, if that feels good. It just, what matters really is you're getting the whole 360 degree angle of that arms. If you feel popping, good. Almost like you're feeling like it's pulling from the socket of your shoulders. You know what I mean? But it's not. Don't worry. And also, as you kind of engage your core, this allows for everything to be intact, right? So it will not be it's not sloppy, right? You want to really be... That's an ugly, sloppy demonstration. All right? Now, you could over the head rainbow shape and lift up, breathe in. Exhale, rainbow. Ooh, how are you? So just find what works best, right? You want to feel the sides stretch down onto the legs. Whoo. Whew. Cactus. Feels good. All right, and then lifting that right leg up. Good. Just a little bit of a workout. Good. Drop the right hand down, and you're going to adjust yourself to in line with that lengthwise of the mat. Good. Right. Same thing what we did earlier. You're going to lift that back leg up, point the toes, and it doesn't really matter if you have a back bend because that's what we're kind of trying to do right now, right? Typically, if you want this strong, you want that foot parallel to your hips, but we're not really doing that. You could lift that right leg all the way up. Back bend, and again, hands, I like mine shoulder distance apart. You're going to try to drop your chest and chin. Doesn't have to be completely drop, and to allow that right foot to lift up, right? And then up. Bring your elbows straight and down. I like to inhale as I lift up. Exhale as I bring it down. Or the opposite. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. See what works best for you. I don't like to be fast on this one. I really like to kind of work on my arms slowly. See, this is going to help with your chaturanga arms all the way. Point that lifted toes. You want that energy line. You feel that. And then you're back bending. So half back bend here almost because of that lifted leg, right? Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Woo! All right. Now knee down. And untuck both toes, push back, child's pose. We're going to rest here for a little bit. We're almost done. We're gonna do back bends to end. You can drop your forehead down to relax fully. A few more breaths here, and then we're gonna do our puppy pose next. All right, when you're ready, hands all the way extended forward, and then you're gonna shift forward, lift your hips away from your legs and your knees or heels rather, and you're gonna drop. So again, you want your hands all the way forward, full extension, right? I like my hands again, shoulders distance. That's gonna depend on how you feel with your mobility. All right, now you're gonna try to really think about cow tilt. Cow tilt, back bend now, but you're not in a tabletop, more of your hands forward. Tailbone will point all the way up, right? So think about looking up. And then back bend. Find that back bend first. And then all the way you're going to drop your chest down. See how far you could go. You could scoot your hands forward for more space if you need to. Good. And drop the chest and the chin down. Whew. You should be a lot warmed up with the upper body, with the arms too, so that you could allow to do this. Back bend, super back bend. All right. Extend your hands more forward if it's comfortable for you that way. And breathe here. I'm just going to adjust my mic so I can drop my chin. Whew, you could stay here as long as you like. But when you're ready, you're going to come to your fingertips towards you so you could lift yourself all the way up. Good. And then we're going to counteract the back bend with a simple rabbit pose. Okay, so sit on your heels, Vajrasana or thunderbolt pose. Okay. And then you're going to cup your heels with your hands like this. This is kind of how I like to do it. So I like to kind of splay out my feet so that I could cup it easily, right? From here, you're gonna drop the crown of your head all the way down in front of your knees as close as possible. Making sure my mic is good. Okay, while you're cupping your hands, again, if it doesn't reach, right, you want to lift your hips up from your heels first and then drop the crown of your head. There's that really stable spot with that crown of your head, and then you're gonna lift your hips all the way up. So adjust yourself where it's comfortable for you, and you should feel this stretch in your cervical spine or your neck all the way down to your bum, rounded back. Good. Now for me, with my bone structure, I like to change the rabbit pose a little bit by splaying out my feet. You don't have to do this, especially if you have very poor proprioception where you cannot move your feet. When you're starting, you might just stay here because, I don't know what I'm doing, right? I might wobble. So just stay there if you're unsure. But if you're with me, maybe you like this feeling too, splaying out of the foot one at a time or feet. Good. And then still cupping my heels and all the way. I like the stretch so much. This is your rabbit pose. To come out of the pose, you're just going to come back to that thunderbolt pose as you sit on your heels, coming all the way up. Now get back to your world. How does that feel for you? Get a feel of your shoulders and your back. We focus mostly on upper body, but we did a little bit of a hip opening there, and that is it for this class. I hope you enjoy that. You can do this every single day or every time you feel tight. I highly encourage you to get this type of foam roller, and you will probably thank me later. Once you get a feel of this, you'll be like, oh wow, you'll feel your knots behind your back that really gets smoothened out. You get your myofascial release, you get your massage, and also it's so great for the glutes. That one, we're gonna be doing that in my program, but this is so great. That groove, really, it replaced my usage of the balls. The balls is great to really target specific area of your body. And also because, we use a massager, those Theragun. We love that. That kind of replaced the use of our balls too. But this is different. And you will know what I mean when you get one of these, because you'll be like, wow, it's just like a little, it's not something special. It's just like kind of like a styrofoam, but a very, very sturdy one. I've been using this for years now. Still the same shape. All right. I hope you enjoyed this class, and make sure that if you ever did enjoy this and it helped your shoulders, I would love if you could please leave some thumbs up on this video. It helps me a lot so that I know, really, I get back to my videos and see, oh, that one I'm gonna do again, those type of videos or yoga classes. All right, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.